Palace number 469. Host on knots. Air is 12569. This is air. Who was that guy that changed his rundown?
Gee, hosting the Hollywood Palace. Eddie, I'm so nervous.
Oh, you'll be just great.
But this is the Palace. I mean, this is the Show Business Hall of Fame.
Oh, they'll love you. Just imagine, Don, 40 million people watching.
That's 80 million eyes. 15 seconds? I'll never make it, Eddie.
You've got to. They're waiting.
All right, how do I look?
Great. I've dressed you superbly.
5 seconds.
Are you sure I look all right? Okay, here I go. Ah! What's the matter? Not again! Get the pants! Get the pants!
From Hollywood, the heart of the entertainment world, the Hollywood Palace! With your host, Don Knotts. Tonight, Galina Arasquina, Maureen Arthur, Sid Charisse, The Checkmates, Georgie Kay, Gail Martin, Bobby Vinton, Mitchell Ayers and the Hollywood Palace Orchestra. We'll return to the Hollywood Palace after a word from one of our sponsors.
Almost 20 years ago, Andy Granatelli drove here at the Indianapolis 500. At a more recent Indy, Andy Granatelli created a machine and a revolution with the STP turbine car. The man who heads up the STP Corporation knows racing and cars.
Most of the drivers here at the 500 use STP oil treatment. It's the best method known of cutting friction.
Most race drivers prefer to have STP on their side. STP is the racer's edge.
STP works great in your family car, same as it does here at the Speedway.
STP keeps your car, old or new, running smoother, cooler, quieter, longer. Have your service station crew add STP to your oil.
STP is the racer's edge.
Hello to Mr. Excitement, dynamic Mr. Excitement. All he has to do is arrive and the dull old scene becomes alive. Tip your lip to Mr. Excitement, the man who calls all the shots. That dashing, dapper, dangerous dandy, Mr. Excitement himself, Don Knotts.
Don't go away.
But Mr. Knotts, you're the host. You're supposed to open the show.
Yeah, I know. Would you just excuse me a minute? What does the host normally do to open the show?
Oh, well, most hosts usually open with a joke.
Oh, well, this is kind of embarrassing, but I don't know any jokes that I could tell here.
Gee, Mr. Knotts, for a star, you don't seem very secure.
You're not kidding. Grauman's Chinese Theater has my footprints in silly putty.
That's pretty funny. Hey, why don't you use that for your opening joke?
What's that?
You know, Grauman's Chinese.
He is? I'm so nervous I don't even know what I'm saying. I'll tell you what's wrong. I mean, I know you're all going to leave me, and I'm going to be on the stage by myself, and that scares me.
Oh, well, hey, you know, the Hollywood Palace Chorale is here. Maybe I could bring them out, and maybe you could work with them.
Oh, you mean they could sing, and maybe I could...
Conduct them.
Lead them, yeah.
Yeah, is that good?
Oh,
okay,
you.
would you send the singers out, please?
Good evening. I would like to open the show by conducting the Hollywood Palace Chorale in a song that I have chosen. And the name of the song...
Moonlight Bay.
Moonlight Bay! For your listening pleasure.
We were sailing along on Moonlight Bay. We could hear the voices ringing. They seemed to say, you have stolen my heart. Now don't go away. We were sailing along on Moonlight Bay. We could hear the voices ringing. They seemed to say, you have stolen my We were sailing along on Moonlight Day. We could hear the voices ringing. They seemed to say, you have stolen my heart. Now don't go away. As we sang the song. We were sailing along on Moonlight Bay. We could hear the voices ring. They seemed to say,
Thank you very much. Well, it seems I wound up on the stage all by myself anyway. What are you doing?
Your security blanket.
Get out of here, will you? Bring me my teddy bear. Now, here's the group that really scored one of the biggest hits of all time on the Hollywood Palace. The Checkmates.
Who follow the same old line. They think a woman was made to be beat on and treated unkind. Oh, but fellas, let me ask you something I'm sure that you never even dreamed of. Who's making love to your old lady while you're around? Who's making love to your old lady while you're around? Making love to you. I know there are some women guilty of this too, but I'm not trying to change your life. I know it's up to you. Oh, you. used to be the same old way. By the time I decided to straighten up, I found it was a bit too late. Oh yeah, that's when it all happened. The very one thing I never really dreamed of. Somebody loving my old lady while I was out married. Somebody loving my old lady while I was out married. I'll do it. Everybody try those hands. Clap. Everybody. I know there are some women that's guilty of this too, but I'm not trying to change your life. I know it's up to you. The reason why I asked this question, I used to be the same old way. By the time I decided to straighten up, I found it was a bit too late. Whoa, that's when it all happened. Every one thing I never really dreamed of. Somebody would love my old lady while I was out making love. Somebody would love my old lady while I was out making love. Who's making love to your old lady while you were out? Who's making love to your old lady while you were out making love?
What are you doing? Buying tools again?
Oh, hi, Dave. Yeah, I need a drill.
What's the project this time?
Oh, I'm putting in some kitchen shelves.
I'm going to be doing that myself pretty soon.
Oh. Cigarette?
Thanks. You're smoking Raleigh's, too.
Best tasting filter cigarette I found.
And it's got a good mild taste.
Say, you save the coupons, don't you?
Sure, you can get a drill like that with them.
Come to Raleigh Filters. Come to good taste. And remember, famous Raleigh coupons also come on light menthol Bel Air.
Bel Air tastes light, cause the menthol's right. Bel Air tastes light, cause the menthol's right. Just the right touch of menthol with a white filter too.
You get a special kind of lightness when you smoke Bel Air. Special because the menthol's right.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring out a very funny man, Mr. Georgie K. Nice to see you, Georgie.
Nice to see you, Don.
Let's see, when was the last time I saw you in Los Angeles?
On a clear day. Down at the Income Tax Bureau.
Oh, yeah. Well, what are you doing in Hollywood?
Well, I'm doing a film here about the typical American taxpayer.
Oh, what's it called?
It's called Barefoot in the Park.
Why don't you tell us about it?
I'll be glad to.
Okay.
Okay. Well, now, this movie points up the fact that a penny saved is a penny taxed. Now, I don't worry about paying my taxes. What concerns me is making out the return. You see, when I got my tax form this year, I noticed the instructions were so simple, even a 12-year-old could understand them, if he had an IQ of 240. Now, I happen to have a copy of this year's tax form 1040, and I can show you how really simple the instructions are. I'd like to read from page 3, paragraph 4, line 11A. It says, if you itemize deductions, enter total from page 2, part 4. If you do not itemize deductions, and line 9 is $5,000 or more, enter the larger of 1. 10% of line 9 or 2. $200 plus $100 for each exemption claimed on line 4 above. You bet your booty. 11B, subtract line 11A from line 9, then go to line 12, pass go, collect $200, and go to Boardwalk. Well, I made the last part up myself. But you know, we all have our problems with our tax return. I have mine made out by an expert who just got out. You know, last year, I filed for a refund, you see. I found out my withholding was bigger than my income by $1,500. They owed me $1,500, so I went down to the tax bureau, walked in, and in the lobby there was a huge statue of their patron saint, Attila the Hun. Now, the tax adjuster smiled at me. It was a very pleasant smile for a guy who had his teeth filed to a point. I said, I'm Georgie K. I'm asking for a refund. He said, you'll have to fill out one of these forms. The first one is good for anything up to $1.19. And the second one is good for any amount up to $3.90. I said, I'm claiming $1,500. He said, you'll have to fill out the third form. I said, what's that? He said, a request for a stay of execution. Now, what do you mean? He said, Mr. K, we've seen your return. Now, what do you know about fraud? I said, my analyst swears by him. He said, what are you, a comedian? I said, yes. He said, who writes your material? I said, the same guy that writes your instruction booklet. Well, I said, Mr. K, perhaps you'd like to know what happens to your tax dollar. I said, I certainly would. So he brought out the circular diagram, which was marked off like a pie. You've seen it. He said, this represents your tax dollar, all 100 cents. Now, you'll notice the largest slice, 46 cents of this pie, or your money, goes for national defense, to protect you. I said, protect me from what? He said, the Viet Cong. Well, I said, you won't believe this, but ever since I've lived on 55th Street, I haven't seen a single Viet Cong. He said, you see what a good job we're doing? And he says, 2 cents of your money goes for space to make it safe for a man to walk on the moon. I said, why don't you make it safe for me to walk in Central Park? Well, 3 cents of your dollar goes to pay the farmers for not growing anything. Well, I said, I got a better idea. Let them grow whatever they want and pay me for not buying it. Well, he says, 4 cents of your dollar goes for foreign aid projects. We spent over $800 million last year to build a flood control dam in the Sahara Desert. Well, I said, there's no water there. He says, we know that. Well, you see what we spend next year to put the river in. And he says, 2 cents of your dollar goes for education. I said, I never got a decent education. He said, well, you're getting one now. He says, you must remember, Mr. K, part of that money goes to protect our natural resources. We used over $600 million last year to put out forest fires. Well, I said, don't use money, use water. He says, we can't, it's polluted. I said, you're telling me I live near a river that's so polluted, the mackerel are laying their eggs in saran wrap. I said, do I get my refund? He says, no, because the fiscal year isn't up. I said, the fiscal year, when is it up? He says, in July. I said, why? He said, that's when the new fisc is sworn in. Well, I said, do you understand any of this? He says, no, that's why I'm working for the government. He says, you must remember, Mr. K, the meek shall inherit the earth. And I says, I know, but after taxes, all they'll have left is Rhode Island.
We put 3 men around the moon. We transplant hearts. So what am I doing in bed with the flu?
A lot of people are asking themselves the same question this winter. After all, with so much happening in space and medicine, you'd think someone would come up with a new surefire cure for colds and flu. But in a nationwide report that Newsweek magazine recently did on the current flu epidemic, this was the conclusion. Even in the age of wonder drugs, once the flu struck, the best remedies still seem to be bed rest, aspirin, and plenty of fluids. Sound familiar? It should. As familiar as Bayer aspirin. For the past 50 years, Bayer's been relieving the aches and reducing the fever caused by colds and flu. Old-fashioned? No. Bayer is just ahead of its time.
I don't know what it is, but whenever I'm on the Hollywood Palace, a lot of beautiful girls ask to be on the show. Tonight there's Maureen Arthur and Sid Charisse. Now, here's another lovely gal, and she's one of the best young singers in the business and the pride of the Dean Martin family, Miss Gail Martin.
many fabulous faraway places to see, such as Mexico, Sweden, Hawaii, Japan.